Ipswich Town continue to defy the odds over in the Championship as they make a push for top spot, of course. What's going to go on this week, though? We're going to take a little look next. Round of games over in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button back today. All things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. Oh, here, boys, under one rooski. That's right, of course. Great results this past midweek in a double match week for the likes of Ipswich. But of course, what's going to go on this week? We're going to take a closer look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. And of course, if you're new, make sure you subscribe, and of course, make sure you smash the old likey. Make sure they get the YouTube algorithm working for you and getting all the Championship content that you want, of course, right here on YouTube. Anyway, so we're going to take a deep, dark look at, of course, the previous games. And then, of course, we're going to take a little look at what's going on this coming weekend. So here are we. Hang on a minute. Here we go. That's right. So on the screen right about now, you should see the results and my picks for your leisure. Now, I am, spoiler alert, recording this ahead of time on Wednesday, because on Wednesday evening, I'll be in the air, heading to England to, of course, catch my beloved Blue and White Halves over the course of the festive period. But the results are here. Take a little look at it. Take a long, hard look at it. Of course, we did see Rovers, though, beat Bristol City. That was fantastic. We also saw Ipswich, of course, come up against the run of play there against Watford. Some other big results. Preston picking up a Huddersfield victory. So good results for a lot of clubs, including my own. And this is what the table looks like right here, right now, at the close of play on Wednesday. So that's that. And, of course, down the bottom is pretty much as you were, right? Right? I don't know, because I'm going to be adding this a little bit later. Anyway, of course, don't forget the Super Brew. We are live at the Super Brew. Keep on getting your predictions. I cannot give you an update, though, until my ass is back on this seat. We're going to be doing predictions shows a little bit differently after the conclusion of this video. We're going to be doing them a lot much shorter, a lot more abrupt, little less data, but, of course, a lot of raw reaction, raw predictions, and, of course, you'll be able to catch all that in the next few days. So these are the next games, of course, coming at you this coming, Saturday, December the 16th, and we're all the way to start. We've got the East Anglian Derby, Ipswich against Norwich. I think I might have even saved that one for last, of course, but that's one of the first games, if not the first game of this weekend. But we're going to start right here, right now. Birmingham City up against Leicester City. Again, Wayne Rooney on the brink. It looks like at the moment, but we'll see about that. Again, I am recording this ahead of the Wednesday game, so please bear that in mind. Form and results and stuff like that will have a big factor. But we're going to go with this one. This one's actually taking place on Monday, December the 18th. So we'll look forward to that one. All on Sky, I would imagine. Played each other 18 times. These two sides in 1993. 4 wins for Birmingham, 9 wins for Leicester, 5 draws. Of course, biggest win for the Brummies. 2-0 win. They got 22 goals in 18 games against Leicester City, 1.22 goals a game on average. Of course, the leaders, or of course, soon to be leaders, or what have you, 3-0 with the biggest, 31 goals scored in 18 games, 1.72 goals a game on average. Prior to Wednesday, 58% form for Leicester, unbeaten in the last 4. Second they were in the table. Of course, Ipswich did leapfrog them on Tuesday night. 49 points on the board up against the Brummies, 33% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6, 17th for the table, 23 points on the board. They are taking on Cardiff on Wednesday. Last time around, they're over at the Birmingham City in competitive action at St Andrews was a 2-1 win for Leicester back on 2014 in January. The odds are for this one, 90-4 your Birmingham, 50-8 on is your Leicester, 11-4 is the draw. Gonna go with a 3-0 win for Leicester here, which of course people are saying double sackage at Birmingham. Of course, Eustace was binned off, and now Wayne Rooney has not done anything magical at the moment for Birmingham. Meanwhile, Bristol City, of course, who did lose last time around, taking on Sunderland, who I think they won, didn't they, this past midweek? Played each other 10 times, these two sides. This one will be over at the Thrashton Gates. The 10 times since 1993, 2 wins for Bristol City, 3 for the Mackhams, and 5 draws. Biggest win for Bristol City, 2-0 win. They got 11 goals in 10 games, 1.10 goals a game on average. Sunderland, though, 2-0 win, their biggest, scoring 12 goals in 10 games, 1.20 goals a game on average. Sunderland, though, without a loss now with that in the last 3, 58% form for them. They are 6th 6th as of recording, 33 points on the board. Up against Bristol City without a win in 4, just 1 win in 6. They are 14th with 26 points on the board at the moment. Last time around, though, at Thrashton Gate, 3-2 win it was for Sunderland back in August 2022. The home side has not won this game since Sunderland beat Bristol City at the Stadium of Light back in 1994. But the odds here for this one, Bristol City 90-10 for the victory, 2-5 is a draw, 6-5 is your away win. That's, of course, Sunderland. Going to go with a 2-1 win, bounce back ability. Bristol City are feeling the pinch right now. And again, with Manning, the fans aren't really happy at the moment. Kicking on forward, though, is Millwall up against Huddersfield Town. That's right, coming at you at the Den. This match will take place, of course, same 3 o'clock kickoff on the 16th of December. Played each other 26 times, these two sides, since 1995. 8 wins for Millwall, 14 wins for Huddersfield, and 4 draws. Biggest win for Millwall, 4-0 win. They got 26 goals in 26 games. You could do the math on that one. Huddersfield, though, 3-0 win, the biggest for them. 32 goals in 26 matches, 1.23 goals a game heading into this. Of course, Huddersfield, 42% form for them at the moment, just 1 win in 6. They are 21st in the table with 21 points on the board. Up against Millwall, 25% form for them as well, just 1 win in 6. They're on 20 points, 20th in the table with 21 points also. So these two sides trying to avoid the drop at the moment. Meanwhile, last round, though, at the Den, it was a 1-0 win for Huddersfield, who did the double over Millwall last season. Back-to-back games, back-to-back wins, back-to-back clean sheets as well. The odds for this one, Millwall 11-10 on for the victory, 5-2 is the draw, 11-4 is, of course, your away win. Does smell like a draw, but I'm going to go with the hosts here. 2-0 win for them. Maybe more hope than anything, because I don't really want to see Huddersfield pick up much form over the next few days. Here we go, though. I will be here. I will be there looking at this one live. It's Southampton, it's Blackburn, of course, it's at St Mary's, and I'll be there. Did I say I'll be there? Played each other 20 times since 1983. We've got 7 wins for the Saints, we've got 9 wins for Rovers, we've got 4 draws, of course. The biggest win for Southampton, 3-0 win. They've got 27 goals in 20 games, 1.35 goals a game on average. Rovers, though, also 3-0 win, the biggest, scoring 27 goals in 20 matches, 1.35 goals a game on average. Rovers on 50% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6. 8th in the table, 31 points on the board. Up against Southampton, 4th in the table, 38 points on the board without a loss in the last 6, if not more than that. Last time around, though, over at St Mary's, was a 3-2 win for Southampton way back in August 2004. It's been nearly 20 years since we've last played Southampton. The odds, though, for this one, of course, Southampton will be favoured 20-13 on here for the victory. 11-4 is the draw, 50-4 is your away win. I don't really give a shit. I'm going there for the experience. Hope Rovers come out top, but of course I am anticipating a loss. 2-1 win, Southampton taking the points, Rovers. If we can get a draw, I will bite your bloody cock off. That's right. Meanwhile, Hull City against, who we are here? We've got Cardiff. That's actually taking place same place. Played each other 24 times since 2005, 12 wins for Hull, 8 wins for Cardiff, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Hull, 4-0 win. They got 35 goals in 24 matches, 1.46 goals a game on average. Cardiff, 3-0 win, the biggest, scoring 26 goals in 24 matches, 1.08 goals a game on average. Cardiff, though, 42% form for them at the moment. 2 wins the last 6 games as of recording, 9th in the table, 30 points on the board. Up against Hull, back-to-back losses for them, 10th in the table, 30 points on the board, of course, looking to get back to winning ways and fast. Last time around, though, over at the MKM Stadium, it was a 1-0 win for Hull back in February 2023. Hull have actually won 4 on the split against Cardiff and looking to make it 5 this week. The odds, though, for this one, 2017 on is your Hull, 23-10 is the draw, 3-1 is, of course, your long shots. For me, gonna go with a win for the Hull here. The Tigers, 2-0 win for them to take the points. All right, folks, next up we have the big one. It is the East Anglian derby. It's Ipswich, it's Norwich, it's at Portman Road, of course. Tabletop in Ipswich, or promotion chasing Ipswich up against the Norwich side, who are really still trying to find themselves over in the Championship. Of course, everyone will be watching this bad boy. All eyes on it. Early kickoff on Saturday, that's right. But again, they haven't played each other in a little bit, due to, of course, Ipswich being in the 3rd tier previously. But anyway, played each other 38 times since 1983. We've got 9 wins to Ipswich, 19 wins for the Canaries, 10 draws, of course. Biggest win for Ipswich, 5-0 win. They got 4-0, 40 goals in those 38 games, 1.05 goals a game on average. The Canaries, biggest win for them, 5-1 win. They got 59 goals in 38 games, 1.55 goals a game on average. Of course, Norwich just 1 defeat the past 5 for them, 58% form. They are 13th, a whopping good distance between themselves and Ipswich, 27 points at the moment for Norwich. As for Ipswich, 83% form for them right now, winning 4 on the bounce. Table toppers right now, 51 points and looking A-OK. Last time around, though, over at Portman Road, it was a 1-1 draw back in September 2018. In fact, the last time Ipswich won at Norwich, You're going to have to go back. You're going to have to go back to 2009. Ipswich with a 3-2 win in the Championship way back when. But the odds for this one, though, Ipswich are 2-1 on for the victory here. They are favoured. 13-5 is the draw. 11-2 is your away win. That's, of course, Norwich. I've got getting a lot of heat right now for my bubble bursting statements by Ipswich, but I think they win this one. So I'm going to go with the hosts. 2-0 win. They should have enough in the tank to beat their bitter rivals and, of course, remain where they are at the top of the table. But Ipswich 2-0 win. Of course, staying in the mix. And then we have Leeds United against Coventry. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, taking place at Ellen Road. Played each other 26 times since 1983. 14 wins for Leeds, 5 wins for Coventry, and 7 draws. Of course, biggest win for Leeds. 3-0 win. They got 44 goals in 26 games, 1.69 goals a game on average. Coventry, though, 3-1 win, their biggest, scoring 26 goals in 26 games. That's a goal a game on average, guys. 58% form for Coventry. Now just 1 defeat to the past 5 as of recording. 15th at the table and 25 points on the board. Up against Leeds, they are third, 41 points right now. Of course, they did suffer a defeat this past week against Sunderland, if I'm right. Last time around, though, over at Ellen Road, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2011. That was in the Championship way back when. The odds here, though, 20-9 on is your Leeds. We have 3-1 as the draw, 11-2 Coventry here. We're going to back Leeds, though. They're going to win this one convincingly. 3-1 win to keep the heat on the top 2. Let's get into the next one then, shall we? We've got Plymouth Argyle against Rotherham. A bit of a relegation 6-pointer here. Coming at you over at Home Park. Played each other 10 times in 2004. 2 wins for Plymouth, 6 for Rotherham. 2 draws, of course. Biggest win for Plymouth, 2-1 win. They got 6 goals in 10 games. 0.6 goals a game on average. Rotherham, though, 4-1 win, the biggest, scoring 13 goals in 10 games. 1.30 goals a game on average. Rotherham with a new manager, of course. Liam Richardson looking for his first points after suffering a defeat against West Brom. They are bottom with 13 points on the board. Up against Plymouth, who are 18th with 22 points on the board. They're on 42% form for them right now. And, of course, looking for a third win in 6. Last time around, though, over at Plymouth, it was a 1-0 win for Rotherham way back in February 2022. That was in League One. The odds, though, for this one, 2013 on is your Plymouth, 13-5 is the draw. 4-1 is your long shots. That's Rotherham. New manager. No new manager bounce here. 2-0 win for Plymouth. Rotherham are in trouble. Kicking on forward, we have Preston off end over at Deepdale, taking on Watford. Coming at you. All right, next up we have Preston off end up against Watford, coming at you over at Deepdale. Now, these two sides have played each other 25 times since the year 2000. 11 wins for Preston, 5 for Watford, 9 draws, of course. The biggest win for the Nubbers, 3-1 win. They got 31 goals in 25 games, 1.24 goals a game on average. Watford, though, 4-1 win, the biggest, scoring 26 goals in 25 matches, 1.04 goals a game on average. Watford, the visitors, 58% form for them right now. 2 defeats to the last 6. They are 11th with 28 points on the board. Against the Nubbers, of course, back to winning ways, of course. Back-to-back games without a loss. 42% form for them. They are 7th with 32 points on the board right now. Last time around, though, over at Deepdale, it was a 0-0 draw. In fact, the last 3 games between these two sides, Preston have drawn a blank. The odds, though, for this one, we do have Preston 8-5 for the victory. 12-5 is the draw. 7-5 is your long shots. That's Watford. Gonna go with a 1-1 draw here, point apiece. Preston continuing their recent revival with another point. Next up, we have Sheffield Wednesday against QPR. This is a relegation zinger right here. Of course, played each other 35 times in 1984. 13 wins apiece and 9 draws. The biggest win for the Wednesday, 3-0 win. They got 51 goals in 35 games, 1.46 goals a game on average. Though QPR, though, 41 win, their biggest, 52 goals scored in 35 games, 1.49 goals a game on average. 67% form for QPR. That's 3 wins on the bounce, just 1 defeat in the last 6. 22nd in the table with 19 points on the board. Up against Wednesday, unbeaten in the last 3 games, 23rd in the table, 13 points on the board, 42% form for them at the moment. Last time around, though, at Hillsborough, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2020. Of course, the odds, though, for this one, we're looking at this one Wednesday, 6-5 for the victory, 23-10 is the draw, 2-1 is your long shots. That's QPR. 2-2, Desmond 2-2 on this one. Cannot separate two sides. They are, of course, of the form teams at the minute, and they're trying to grind themselves at the old drop zone. Meanwhile, Swansea, will they have a manager by this point up against Middlesbrough, coming at you over in Wales? Played each other 17 times since 2009. 7 wins for Swansea, 6 for Borough, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for the Welsh. We've got 3-0 win. They've got 22 goals in 17 games, 1.29 goals a game on average. Middlesbrough, 3-0 win, the biggest. Also 22 goals scored in 17 games, 1.29 goals a game on average. But Borough, back-to-back defeats for them, just 1 defeat the past 4. 42% form for them right now, 12th in the table with 27 points on the board. Up against the Swanseas, the Swans, 16th in the table, 25 points right now, 42% form for them, just 1 defeat at the past 4. Again, still no new manager at the moment as of recording. Last time around, though, in Wales, 3-1 win it was for Borough back in March 2023. Borough unbeaten against Swansea over the last 4. 3 wins and just 1 draw. The odds for this one, we're looking at Swansea 21-10 for the victory, 12-5 is the draw, 11-10 is your long shots. It's not your long shots. They're the favourites. Borough the favourites for this one. Going to go with a 2-1 win for them as well to take it to the house. West Bromwich Albion. Hang tight, Luna. West Bromwich Albion against Stoke coming at you on Sunday, December the 17th. These two sides have played each other 43 times since 1983. 11 wins for the Baggies, 23 wins for Stoke, and 9 draws, of course. Biggest win for West Brom. 2-0 win. They got 33 goals in 43 games, 0.77 goals a game on average. Stoke, though, 3-0 win, the biggest. 57 goals scored in 43 games, 1.33 goals a game on average. Stoke, though, without a win in the last 7 games. They are 19th at the table with 22 points on the board. The Baggies, though, 50% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6. They are 5th with 35 points on the board right now. Last time around at the Hawthorns, it was a 2-0 win for West Brom, of course, who did the double over Stoke last season, both home and away. The odds, though, for this one, West Brom 10-7 on for the victory, 13-5 is the draw, 10-3 is your away win. That's Stoke. Will they have a new manager at that point? Don't think so, but it doesn't matter. They'll lose anyway. 2-0 win for the Baggies on this one, and that completes the pack, guys. Again, I am predicting this early. Again, hope to have the predictions keep on going. And don't forget, keep on predicting with the Super Brew. Of course, that's the future. You don't look at that. That's for later on. But anyway, that's all I've got for you. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you bang the little like. Of course, chaos right here, right now. But until then, I'll see you soon whenever we return in England. But until then, we're done.